Hey yo. Hopefully this is all working properly. Okay. Alright. We're doing something. Oh, well, we're not really doing anything different, but it's something I've wanted to do for a while. Let me check this real quick. Okay. And I'm going to listen to my voice here for a second and hear if the music is loud enough or too loud or whatever. I can up it just a little bit, I think. Let me up it to that, and that might be fine. And then I can let me see. I want to make sure it's not as loud as my voice, and I'm gonna lower the volume of that. I could have checked this beforehand, but of course I didn't. Okay, so okay, we want to stay more in the green. We're gonna lower this a little bit. Okay. And I'm gonna check that real quick just to make sure it sounds okay. I think we're okay. All right. So, this is a game that I have been wanting to play on stream, on YouTube, either way, for a while. I just haven't been able to. Because one, it does not work reliably on my Xbox. So and also my capture card is really old. And only supports 480 or 720i, I think. So it's interlaced. So it just doesn't look good. And also, I got a new laptop. I talked about that in my last stream where I played Journey into the Brain. My old laptop couldn't really run an Xbox emulator. My new one can. And so, yeah, I figured I wanted to try this out as a test to see if my laptop, because it's also a gaming laptop, but it's much more recent. I bought my previous laptop in 2018, and it was a low-end gaming laptop. This one is more of a mid-range, and it's, 7 years more recent. Now, this game isn't perfectly compatible with the Xbox emulator, or the compatibility, there are some issues. Cutscenes don't work, that's fine with me, I don't really use them. I don't like to watch them all that much. So we're gonna skip them. Yeah, you see, they're just black, they don't show up. Now, this is actually running pretty well. I probably could run this at like 3x internal scaling, but I've got it on 2x just, Yeah, this is a Super Monkey Ball Deluxe for the... And there's some issues with the shadows as well. The shadows are a little weird on some levels. But, yeah, you see the gold shadow is pretty crazy there. And I've tried a couple different rendering methods. it's the same issue. There's nothing I can really do about it now. It's an emulator problem.
Ready?
But it's nice to be able to finally play the Xbox version of this game again. I have done part of a Let's Play of the PlayStation 2 version, but I didn't finish it, mostly because I didn't and still don't have a really streamlined way to record and edit, and that's one reason I like streaming now, is I don't really have to edit after the fact, and there's sometimes an interactive component, which I like. I will say, though, I was running this on an emulator. I was kind of hoping, because it's very, both versions of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe are very notorious for having much less precise controls than the two GameCube games. Well, the two Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2. The control is just less sensitive. You can't make as fine adjustments as you can on the GameCube version. And for some of the levels, it's not super noticeable, but it's really bad, especially when you get to Expert. And I was kind of hoping that playing this on an emulator was like, oh, maybe it's just the controllers of those respective consoles, or the way the controller's interacting with the game, or something that would be remedied by emulating it with a controller of my choice. I'm using a Switch Pro controller, but no, it's a little better. It's a little better than using an original Xbox controller, but not by much. It's enough to where I can at least beat Exam C. Whereas on the actual Xbox version and the PlayStation 2 version, I'm lucky if I can even beat that level at all. Let alone later stages that have similar challenges that are hindered by the poor control. I will say, if you want kind of the full Super Monkey Ball Deluxe experience, I think there are two best options that give you better controls. There is Super Monkey Ball Deluxe in Super Monkey Ball 2, which is a mod. Now, the issue I have with that, and the reason I'm not just playing that, is the story mode. In Super Monkey Ball 2, you only get 10 levels, but in Deluxe, they expanded it so that you have 20 levels to choose from, and you pick 10 of them. And I like that. I like that you can do that. It's fun because you get kind of a choice in which levels you want to play. Now, in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe in Super Monkey Ball 2, and because of the difficulty of modding certain things due to the lack of having the original source code, I guess you can't really expand the selection screen on the story mode in Super Monkey Ball 2 to have the 20 levels, at least not yet. And that hasn't changed, and so what they did is that they took all the non-Super Monkey Ball 2 levels, which for the most part is fine, because most of them are in the story mode, but the Super Monkey Ball 2 levels from World 10, those are not present at all. And plus, you know, it's like, I like the story mode in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. I like this. It's cool. But if we're just talking about, like, playing the challenge mode... Well, there's another issue with the challenge mode, too, is that they replace Master with, Ultimate. So there's no way... Bro, I don't even have comments for that. That was just cheap. But they replaced Master with Ultimate, because Ultimate mode is kind of like a marathon of all of the challenge mode that Deluxe has exclusively. And I think that's cool, but I don't know. I feel like I personally would have preferred just having Master mode separately. But I also understand that you can't have both in the current state because probably the lack of access to the original source code of Super Monkey Ball 2 and you know, you want the full Super Monkey Ball Deluxe experience. You're trying to add all the stuff that's exclusive to Deluxe that's not in Super Monkey Ball 2. So it's missing some things. You kind of get that experience, and if you're just like, I want to play the levels and I want the control to be good, then it works. Nah, I want to go right in the goal. But if you're like, oh, I like some of the quirks of Deluxe, I just hate the controls, it won't be fully satisfying. Now, Banana Mania is the other option, because it's, you know, somewhat of a re-release, or a remake of Deluxe. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Now we're cooking with gas, man. So, the thing is, Banana Mania, you know, I would recommend the PC version because the mods that exist for it, I think, make the game somewhat worthwhile to play. The Accurate Controls mod, I actually think suits having both Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 levels in the same game a little bit better than just using Super Monkey Ball 2's engine. Because one thing I've noticed, especially playing 1 and 2 back-to-back, is that the you can turn more sharply in Super Monkey Ball 1. It's very noticeable. Now, your speed and your acceleration's a bit slower than 2, so they do feel different, but the way that the levels for Monkey Ball 1 are designed versus Monkey Ball 2 follow that, and so playing all the levels with the Super Monkey Ball 2 engine makes some of the Super Monkey Ball 1 levels feel a little awkward. They're doable, it's totally fine, and if you have, like, if you're playing Super Monkey Ball Deluxe in Super Monkey Ball 2, and you have that precise ability to make small adjustments, then it's perfectly adjustable. There's nothing wrong with it, it just feels different. But the Accurate Controls mod for Banana Mania, to me, kind of feels like it puts you partly between the two. You get better turning capabilities, but I think you can go a little faster than a Monkey Ball 1. Wait, I'm gonna show you something. So this is the level I was testing this on. So in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe and Super Monkey Ball 2, I can get those banana bunches on that wall pretty easily. So we're gonna try that here, and I'm gonna show you. This is what showed me the controls were not so good. You just don't have the ability to make these small adjustments. It's so annoying. And I hate that, because otherwise I really like Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. It's so disappointing. It makes, you know, going back to the originals feel just like a breath of, you know, the freshest air from the purest air springs. I don't think that exists, but you know what I mean. You see, I'm having to like use this like jerky motion to try to adjust, and it's not good. I don't know how speedrunners acclimate to that, I'm gonna be honest. Now see, on the original console with the Xbox version, I can't do that. So it is a little better. Yeah, so interestingly, I was introduced to this series in general by my friend who I've had on my channel a few times, quite a few times. And first he introduced me to Super Monkey Ball 1, but then I think around the time I met him, this game came out, and so he also had this game. And I don't know, it's just like a huge nostalgia blast. I have huge sense of nostalgia for Deluxe and 1 specifically. And I remember, you know, the story mode I thought was really cool. And I liked this lava world so much that on my file on his game, anytime I'd get past World 2, I would want to start over because I just liked the music and I thought it sounded cool. Also, I was really bad at the game back then. Yeah, so on the actual Xbox, it takes me multiple tries to do this, so part of it really is the Xbox controller. The Xbox controller is not great. Oh, speaking of controllers, though, one thing about my laptop, it's nothing really wrong with the laptop. It's just, I guess we're just really living in the future now. So the Switch Pro controller uses Bluetooth 3.0, and Bluetooth 4.0 is backwards compatible with that. And I believe my previous laptop, it either had 3.0 or 4.0. However, my new laptop has 5.0. It has a 5.0 Bluetooth receiver, which is backwards compatible. Obviously, to an extent, I'm using the Switch Pro controller, but it has the most infuriating bug. That if, you know, on my other laptop, if I connect my Switch controller to it via Bluetooth and it turns off, if I turn it on again, it'll reconnect automatically. But if you try to do it with something that uses a Bluetooth 5.0 receiver, after it turns off the first time, after you pair it, it will not reconnect. You have to remove the device and pair it again. It's the most frustrating thing. Like, it's doable, the controller's usable, but if you walk away for a few minutes and it powers off, you gotta disconnect it and pair it again. I think I can probably get like a Bluetooth 3.0 or 4.0 dongle to remedy that, but it's also making me think I want to get a different controller, because I have some 8-bit do controllers and I like them. One of them is real messed up and the other one's really old, but they have some, I mean, they're really picking up their game. I really like 8-bit do. Their controllers are, I recommend them. They're like the only third party, I shouldn't say third party because they're not necessarily copying another system's controllers exactly. I mean, yes and no. You know, it's not like those cheap Gamecube controller third party things that have the most abysmal analog sticks known to man. But I don't know, 8-bit do is just like my favorite controller manufacturer that isn't Nintendo or PlayStation or Sony. What the fuck is wrong with me? Yeah, you know, the company, PlayStation. I love them. But the only thing is that their analog sticks are a little small for my liking. I want that Nana Bunch. But, I mean, they've been releasing, I mean, they've been really improving a lot of things about their controllers and releasing a lot of cool ones, and I got one for my friend as a birthday present a while back, and she really likes it. There we go. And they've been incorporating different joystick or analog stick technologies that are a little more resilient than what Nintendo has been using with the potentiometers, because they use Hall effect and what's TMG, is that what it is? And so I've been wanting to get a more recent 8-bit do controller. I just don't know which version, because in terms of, you know, wide applicability of a controller, I actually prefer the symmetric, more PlayStation DualShock layout, because I feel like it gives the D-pad a better position. Because I feel like it's easier to use an analog stick when it's placed on the bottom than it is for a D-pad. But at the same time, I also have other controllers that have a good D-pad that I could just use. Because I think if I'm just using the analog stick, I think I might prefer the left analog stick to be on top. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm not getting one right now. I'm trying to recover financially from buying this new laptop first. I will get partially reimbursed by my research advisor because I am using it for work as well. one of the reasons I wanted to get a little bit of a step up is because some of the stuff I've been doing, hosting local databases and accessing them programmatically and doing things, sometimes that just absolutely eats up my entire CPU on my other laptop, especially if I'm using PyCharm. Now granted, I don't need to use PyCharm. VS Code does more than what I need for most things, but there are a couple instances where I could see maybe needing to switch something over. I don't know, but this has a much more powerful CPU. Okay, that didn't work. The laptop I have has a Ryzen 9 270, which is not the most powerful I could have gotten. A lot of people, this is an Asus TUF A16 from this year. A lot of people don't like that they're essentially using an HS processor. Okay, well, I'll take it. But I actually did that because I wanted a little bit better battery life. Because I don't need full absolute raw power, I just need something that is more powerful than what I had before. I think this is the perfect laptop for me so far. Take a sip of this coffee. Also, another problem with Super Monkey Ball Deluxe and Super Monkey Ball 2 is after you play one level in the story mode, the actual level music plays instead of the stage select music, which sucks. I like this music. I mean, I like the in-game level music as well, but you know. Oh my god. So something I did, don't do this if you're watching this and you're thinking about it. Don't do what I'm about to tell you I did. So my laptop came with Windows 11 pre-installed. Well, technically it wasn't installed. There was a partition on the hard drive that I could boot it from, and then install it on the non-recovery partition. And I knew that Windows with each new operating system has become increasingly bloated with stuff I don't want, and sometimes Windows doesn't let you remove all of it manually. And so I thought, okay, well, I've seen some Windows debloaters. Let's see if I can find ones that seem the most trustworthy and try it out. So first thing I do, I run a Windows debloater, Windows 11 debloater. It worked. Ready? And everything was fine. It's all snappy. It's running really fast. Not that it's not running fast now. But, it's working fine. I get all my files and my programs installed and all that stuff ready for me to start working. Because that was the priorities, getting all the stuff I need for my research installed and usable. Ready? And so I got all that, and I downloaded things like Steam and OBS and the Wonderland games and all that, and transferred all my save files over. But then, when I start connecting a controller, lo and behold, I get a thing saying, go to the Microsoft Store to open MS Game Bar applications. But the name, because I know the Game Bar is something that, Windows 10 and 11 have. But mine didn't. And I thought maybe it was just, the debloater uninstalled it. That's fine, I don't use Game Bar. But the thing is, it didn't name the app. Like, it used a name for the app that almost made it look like a registry key or something. And so I was like, oh no, that debloater completely shot my registry entries. And I had the same thing when trying to run something else in compatibility mode. The troubleshooter wouldn't open because it's like open look in the Microsoft Store to open this Get Help or this Microsoft Support app, and you go to the respective apps are the Game Bar app and Get Help, but I can't find them in the Microsoft Store, and they're not in my library either, so I can't install them. And I thought this was all like from the debloater. I didn't really know exactly what could be causing it. And so I decided, okay, I think the only way to fix this, because I don't know what else what other problems this might have caused that I'm just not seeing yet. So maybe I just want to wipe everything and reinstall Windows 11 and just go through the pain of having to set up my laptop again. And so guess what? That's exactly what I did. I spent all of yesterday doing that. And wouldn't you frickin' guess, it didn't fix it. I was still getting those pop-ups, especially the game bar one. I eventually found a link to the page to download Get Help on the Microsoft Store because I can't search for it. So I downloaded that. I probably don't need that so much, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know what all uses it and what all depends on it functioning. So that got taken care of. But then the game bar app I couldn't find. I think I know why I couldn't find them. I think what it is, now if y'all are watching and you know about this, I doubt no one's watching now, and I doubt anyone that is would be that intimately familiar. You might be, and if you are, let me know. But I don't think me not being a tech wizard would necessarily attract other tech wizards to, or, you know, to watch me, because they probably think I'm an idiot, because I kind of am about this stuff. But, correct me if I'm wrong, I think, looking into it, the reason that these things did not install was because I did a workaround so that I didn't have to sign in with a Microsoft account, because I really just didn't want to. I might still do it anyway, but keep my local user just so I have access to some of the features in case I need them, but a lot of them I really don't use. I don't use OneDrive. I've been getting better at backing my own stuff up to SSDs. I mean, of course, it's great to have it in multiple places, but still. But I think when you create or log in with a Microsoft account, I think that's what installs. It installs Game Bar when you do that, and probably Help as well, I don't know. So that might be why I can't find them. But I did find a link for both of them, so the Game Bar thing doesn't pop up anymore, and it turns out I probably wiped my system without needing to, but I don't know. Considering I don't know all of what could be affected, it's probably better that I just start it over before, you know, before I get way down the line and find out I did something. I know, most interesting stuff here, but I'm pretty much just talking to myself. No one's watching yet, so.
Ready?
I have such a bittersweet relationship with this game because of the controls. When I was in 6th grade, for Christmas, I asked for an original Xbox, which my grandmother was like, "What is wrong with you? You're asking for an old console because there's one game you want to play on it." And I was like, well, I like that game a lot. Also, I want to play Halo 1. There were other games on the original Xbox I was interested in playing, but it was mostly this game. And I got a lot of mileage out of it. And I got an original Xbox, but the disc reader, I think, is failing. And the hard drive, I believe, was also failing because the game, especially this game, was very prone to having disk read errors in the middle of playing, and it could happen at any time. You'd never know when. So this game was always a ticking time bomb when I had it. And it couldn't have been the disc. I've tried like 5 different copies of the game. But, you know, I did actually open my Xbox to try to clean out, because I thought maybe just the disc reader the laser head was dirty or something, but I think it probably just needed to be replaced. Do this one. But yeah, not only that, but the hard drive I'm pretty sure was failing because regularly I would load up this game to a message saying all of a sudden there's no data for this game on the hard drive. Oh my god, I cannot tell you how livid I was. That happened so many times. So here's a trick that I can do in the Gamecube mod pretty consistently, but I just can't. Here's one reason, actually, that I think Banana Mania has some leverage over Deluxe, at least the PC version where you can install mods. The cycles for the Super Monkey Ball, so Super Monkey Ball 1 and Super Monkey Ball 2, the cycles for moving stages start at different times. In Super Monkey Ball 1, if there's moving parts on a stage, they won't start moving until like right before you land. But in Super Monkey Ball 2, moving objects start moving as soon as the stage loads in. And this means you have stages like this where, you know, let's say I don't do this trick. Now I have to wait extra long. It's irritating. Banana Mania has some issues with the cycles. Not all the stages work perfectly, but at least they fixed that issue for the most part. My god, man. I know I can do. I'm stubborn. I got it to work once and then I screwed up. I've also noticed, actually, that the controls for Deluxe, not including the lesser sensitivity, but it feels a little different than Super Monkey Ball 2. I feel like Deluxe actually lets you turn a little more sharply than you can in Super Monkey Ball 2. I feel like that might have been intentional. But I played Super Monkey Ball Deluxe and Super Monkey Ball 2 right before I got this game working. So the way Super Monkey Ball 2 controls was very fresh in my mind. Come on! I know I can do this. Because you can't just run straight forward or else you will not make it. Come on. Also, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe removed the rolling sound effect. Now, Banana Mania's rolling sound effect by default isn't good, but there are some mods that... Ah, I was so close! It has mods that fix that. I don't know. I actually do not dislike Banana Mania nearly as much with the presence of the mods. Unfortunately, though, I first bought the Switch version, and then realized the controls are really bad, and then I bought the game again on the PC. Oh man, but you know what? If I had a Steam Deck, I could play it portably. Okay, let's try not to louse this up. And another thing people don't seem to like too much about Banana Mania is the colors and lighting are overly saturated. But there is a mod that tones it down a bit. And I actually think it doesn't look too bad. Kinda want to play Banana Mania again. Like I said, I think I stand by my statement that the mods actually do kind of fix the game and make it worthwhile. Now, I don't know how feasible it would be, but it would be kind of cool if there were some mods. I'm sure there might be more mods that do some of the stuff I'm thinking of. Because there are mods that add functionality to the game. But it would be cool if there were mods that fixed the physics in some of the party games and maybe made... It'd be cool if there were an option to have lives. Because I do like that it is possible to play the game without having to worry about losing all your lives, but I also would like the option to turn that on. But that would be I think a lot more work, because you'd have to really go into the game's code and add the functionality in. But then again, I guess I don't really know if that would be any more or less difficult than altering the physics engine like people did, so I don't know. Back of my throat is getting real dry. I've been chugging the water.
Ready?
Okay, here's another test that I used to show that, yeah, the controls definitely are still worse. Is that in Super Monkey Ball 1 / Deluxe Gamecube mod, I can do this super easily. Okay, I did it. I can't always do that in this game. If I'm playing on the Xbox or the PlayStation 2, I can't do it at all.
Ready?
What would be kind of cool is if there were a way to tweak the physics. I mean, it's possible, but I'm sure there's only so much people feel like tweaking it. It'd be cool, though, if because the Accurate Controls mod isn't exactly entirely accurate to Super Monkey Ball 2. And so some of the things don't quite feel right. I mean, it's close enough. I'm not complaining, but I wonder how difficult it would be to tweak them a bit more. But most of the mods that exist have kind of stopped development around 4 years ago. I think once most of those things came out and basically fixed the game, I think people were done with dealing with all of it, which I get. Because I was talking to my one friend that I have on here every so often. Because I was talking about the Super Monkey Ball Deluxe and Super Monkey Ball 2 thing, because that's a similar issue where the work on developing that has stopped, so I guess people are more or less satisfied with it. But I was like, huh, you know, it'd be nice if they could add the 20 stages in the story mode from Deluxe and add some of the other stuff that they didn't add. And he raised that point about the source code. I didn't think about that before, but he was following mods for Luigi's Mansion, following the development of those, and he was saying one issue they were running into is in Luigi's Mansion, because they don't have the source code, they cannot change the map on the Game Boy Horror to be anything from the mansion's layout. It will not work no matter what they do. And that's a... God damn it. And that's... So... They probably aren't able to actually expand the number of levels allowed in the story mode per world until, I don't know, they somehow get the source code, which would probably be damn near impossible unless there's another big leak. Which I'm sure eventually there will be, I'm sure. Or I'm sure there will be some sort of alternate pathway where I don't know exactly what, but come on, there we go.
Ready?
There we go. I still like Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. I just... I have such a love-hate relationship with this game. Ooh.
Ready?
I will say, though, this new laptop screen is like a bajillion times better. It really is. I mean, it does not have an OLED display. That's fine with me. A good IPS display is good enough for me, and I don't really notice the difference unless I'm really looking for it. But it's such a better screen. The panel on my old laptop that I have now, it was not actually the original panel. Back before I felt comfortable dismantling my own hardware, because I'd done stuff like that before and screwed up things before. Not with a laptop, but with like controllers and stuff. And so I took it to someone that did PC repair stuff, and I wanted to replace the hard disk drive with an SSD because the hard disk drive was failing. And he did that. But I also was like, yeah, there's like a pit taken out of my screen. I don't know how it happened, but there was like a little dot where there was an actual pit in the panel. And I asked if he could take care of it. I didn't tell him, like, definitely replace the screen. I just asked if it was possible. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll see if there's something I can do. He replaced it with a significantly worse panel. Like my old laptop, the screen was 1920 by 1080. The colors weren't perfect, but they were okay. But the panel that he gave me was like 1366 by 768, and there was so much backlight bleed. The screen had so much... so many bright spots on it. The contrast was absolutely horrendous. This thing has much better contrast. Like, even though you don't get like true black on an IPS panel, it's pretty close, all things considered. So that's nice, and the colors are so much more accurate. It's 100% RGB. My God, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my marbles. I'm losing my RGB bulls.
Ready?
It's 100% RGB color space. It can represent, which, you know, not like perfect if you're doing some professional, you know, film editing, but I'm not doing that.
Ready?
You know, back when I would play this game with my friend, we didn't know about Super Monkey Ball 2. We just knew Monkey Ball 1 and Monkey Ball Deluxe. And so when we played this game and we would see that there were Super Monkey Ball 1 levels in here, we were like, hey, they just copied this from the other game. This is a ripoff. I don't know why I became Alex Jones for that, but, you know, it's what I sounded like back then. It is what it is. Which is just hilarious to me, because it's like, what the hell would I have thought Deluxe meant? But I guess I didn't know Super Monkey Ball 2 existed. I didn't know that the other half of the levels in the game were all from that. Sorry if I'm coughing a little bit. Ooh, Labyrinth.
Ready?
There's a bumper missing in this level at the beginning. Interesting. That's another thing with Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, is there's also the issue that there are some inconsistencies where there are objects that aren't present, or they're missing, or they're not showing up correctly compared to what the original game had. This is particularly for Super Monkey Ball 1 levels. I just wanted to see if I could do that the long way. But there are also a lot of things where it seems like they screwed up the stage names. Where it seems like they accidentally used the wrong name for the wrong stage. One game I'd like to play again that just does not run well on presumably anything up. Oh my god. Come on, this isn't even a hard stage. But it doesn't run well on presumably anything above Windows 7, and Windows compatibility mode doesn't really work too well, is Snowball Run. It is very similar to Super Monkey Ball. In fact, there are a lot of levels that are pretty much just Super Monkey Ball levels. But you're a penguin on top of a snowball. I don't know, I really like that game.
Ready?
The controls are not so great, they're much more stiff. But it's still a good game. Let's do Wormhole. I like this one.
Ready?
Yeah, this world has some weird stuff going on with the shadows. Actually, wait, I wonder if I can do that. If I can... Oh, I was so close. I almost had that. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Ready?
Okay, that... I'll give it 3 more tries, and then I'll just do it the normal way.
Ready?
Oh, man, okay, last try. This is gonna be it, I feel it. Oh, I was... Oh my god, okay, well... I'll just do the level normally. Man, I was so close. Okay, I kind of want that banana bunch. I don't quite understand how getting that banana bunch even works. Sometimes you just can't do it. Like, see there, I picked it up. Is it just like a speed thing? I'm pretty sure I've tried to test that, and it wasn't. Or it wasn't purely just the speed you were going in with. I've already capped out the banana counter. Well, it has been capped out for a while. This one's okay.
Ready?
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Ah.
Ready?
In the earlier days of my time on YouTube, I used to try to do those like Super Monkey Ball 2 run to death challenges where you'd go into expert and just try to see how far you could get without dying, and for some reason I could never get past Toggle. I would get so mad. Toggle's not even that hard of a level. My god, man. One thing is Banana Mania is definitely a lot more forgiving with hitting off the goal ball. I'm fully okay with that.
Ready?
Well, who's going around punching seesaws? I mean, I did that one time, but you know, seesaw had it coming. Okay.
Ready?
Yep. There we go. I do not know why I cannot get my throat to, like, clear out. Oh, okay, this one's fun.
Ready?
Oh my god, man. Yeah, did it. This is another level that in Super Monkey Ball Deluxe is such a pain in the ass. I don't know, any level with the really narrow floors. And those end up being the worst to try to do. Oh, something else that's interesting. So I found this on the Internet Archive. An ISO file for the Super Monkey Ball Deluxe prototype. Which is really interesting because it is actually quite a bit different from this game. It seems like by that point they did not add any of the Super Monkey Ball 1 music to the game. It's all replaced with other stuff. The graphics are a little buggy, and there's some missing things that weren't
Ready?
added yet, I guess, like the loading screen and stuff wasn't final. Whoa, I looked away for a second, and yeah. Here's another level. It's really not that hard, but in Deluxe becomes a lot harder. Come on, turn around.
Ready?
Ugh. Well, I whiffed that. Which I do not think I used that word correctly, but oh well. Hell yeah, man. This one's kind of fun.
Ready?
Well.
Ready?
Why is this level beating my balls, man? I do not want to do opera. That one sucks. I gotta say, it's kind of crazy that you've got stages from the advanced difficulty in Super Monkey Ball 1 mixed with stages from the expert difficulty in Super Monkey Ball 2. for like Worlds 5 and 6. We are not doing Switch Inferno.
Ready?
Guess I could have tried to actually do that level, but it's fine.
Ready?
There we go. Alright, here we go. Here's where we're doing it. Exam C. One of the hardest levels in Deluxe. Specifically because of the controls. Like, Exam C is a hard level, but I'm gonna be honest. Most of that perception, I think, comes from Deluxe, because in Super Monkey Ball 1, with how much tighter the controls are, it really isn't that bad. Okay, I've got to kind of hurry up here. If I do this on my first try, that would be awesome.
Hurry up!
Oh no! I probably shouldn't have tried to speed up. That's the thing, is like as soon as I run out of time, because in Super Monkey Ball 1, I don't have issues getting to the goal in time, because I can go a little bit faster because I have better control over my character, but in this game, you have to go a little bit slower or risk being... If you want to be accurate, you have to go a lot slower. Like there's a huge dead zone.
Ready?
And then the amount of travel you have in which rolling slowly is encompassed on the analog stick is much smaller. Like, it looks like I'm running straight off the platform, but I'm guaranteeing you, I am moving it slightly to the left, and it's just not registering. Okay. Let's stabilize ourselves and try to get this. Like, basically, I have to kind of keep nudging it to the left until I do it just enough that it registers, but by the time I do it to the point of the game actually registering it, it ends up overdoing it. I swear I have no trouble with this. In Super Monkey Ball 1, I rarely actually die on this level. And then in Banana Mania, unless you put on like the original stages, it's actually simplified a little bit. It's made easier. Okay, whoa. Go fast, but not too fast.
Hurry up! 9, 8,
I'm losing it. Oh my god, come on.
Ready?
Problem is, you make one wrong move and it's... Like in Super Monkey Ball 1, if you kind of accidentally overcorrect, you can fix it without continuously overcorrecting. But in this, it's like if you go over just a little bit too much once, you're almost guaranteed you're not coming back from it.
Hurry up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Finally, oh my god, okay. Now this does prove, though, that emulating it and playing with the Switch controller actually does make the controls a little bit better, because on the Xbox, I'm lucky if I can even beat Exam C, like, at all.
Ready?
And then here we go, we gotta do this again. We don't have to do this level, and I'll try it a few times, but it's the same issue, where it's like...
Ready?
Now, I will say in Super Monkey Ball 1, I do have a lot more trouble with this level than I do Exam C. This one, actually, I find more difficult. As long as I actually don't go too fast, I should be fine, because I should have enough speed to... Well, I may need to pick up the pace a little. Shit.
Ready?
Oh. This level is so stressful to me. Okay, I hate myself. I don't, kids. Don't listen to that. Don't say that about yourself. It's only okay because it's funny when I do it. Which is arguable. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, I'm gonna rush this part just so I have a couple extra seconds to spare. Okay. I swear to God, stop. Okay, if I'm careful, I can make it. Okay. My palms are actually so sweaty. I'm not, I mean, oh my god. Those are like, in my opinion, two of the hardest stages in Deluxe. Most of the, well, I don't know, I guess Invasion is pretty bad. We'll get to that when we get to it. Granted, I don't have to do that one, but... I do the Exam C in tracks just to prove that I can do it. And again, as a test to see if I can actually get a little bit more out of the controls when emulating this game. Because I'm very intimate with how the Xbox version feels. Well, might as well do it. I'm like mostly preferring to do the Monkey Ball 1 levels for some reason. We'll see how this goes, because this one is also quite difficult in Deluxe.
Ready?
God, this is like what driving in a parking lot feels like. To me. Is that gonna hit? No, I think I'm good. Okay, just turn around and go. Okay. I don't think I can beat that consistently without dying too much, but I did do it. Oh, this is a S tier Super Monkey Ball level.
Ready?
It's one of the most fun levels in the game. I think pretty much anyone will agree. Like, look at this. You know what I would like to see happen and try? Oh my god.
Ready?
I would like to see, because there's the modding community for Super Monkey Ball 2. It'd be interesting to port the Super Monkey Ball 2 levels into Super Monkey Ball 1. I don't think that would be possible, but it would be interesting to see. Or at least it wouldn't be possible in the current state, you know, of not having source code and whatnot. Trying to see, this one's okay.
Ready? Go!
I will say Banana Mania really fixed this level, though. It's a lot less rough.
Ready?
I think for a while this used to be my favorite world in Super Monkey Ball 2. Like, favorite world in terms of the music. I didn't like all the levels in World 7, but I like the music and the visuals. You gotta give it to Super Monkey Ball 2. They have some interesting worlds. They don't stick with the fire, ice, grass, and water sort of stereotype that you could very easily assume.
Ready? Ready?
And then again, even Super Monkey Ball 1 has some really interesting... Can I still make it? Has some pretty interesting worlds. Oh, and Desert. I forgot Desert.
Ready?
I know you're supposed to just run forward, but... Okay, this level has a little bit of slowdown. Ah!
Ready?
But overall, this game so far has not been running too badly. I mean, that really shows how much powerful this machine is than my previous one. Which one do I want to do? This one's fun.
Ready?
Well, hey, I didn't die. I was fully expecting to fly off somehow. I love this name, Swing Bar Long. Well, that is an accurate descriptor, I suppose. God, in any iteration of Super Monkey Ball, this level is really difficult for me for some reason. As I say, beating it extremely easily on the first try. But it's like, it's really hard in Super Monkey Ball 1. Oh, you know we gotta do the Sega logo.
Ready?
Oh, I also really like the factory world. Wait, hold on. I just want to look out the window. Look at that. That's so cool looking. Super balls. I don't. To quote from Super Monkey Ball Adventure, it's not the balls that are super. It is the monkey that is inside of them. I'm not gonna make that.
Ready?
It is the monkey inside the balls.
Ready?
Super Mario Advance 2 and a lot of obscure Neo Geo games. You know, I've never played... I like Super Mario Advance 2. I got all the Mario Advance games for my Game Boy Advanced. I really like those. I haven't played any Neo Geo games. I need to check it out, though. Okay, now I'm not even trying. Come on. Neo Geo Pocket. Actually, you know, I don't even know any of the games that are on the Neo Geo Pocket. Is Metal Slug one of them? I think Metal Slug is a Neo Geo game. What kind of Neo Geo games, or I guess Neo Geo Pocket games that you've been playing? See if I even know any of them. Probably have heard of quite a few of them.
Ready? Ready?
I guess you could put it that way.
Ready? Ready?
Come on. Come on!
Ready?
This one is actually pretty difficult in any version of the game. Experimental music sounds to sultry suburban white wine. I see. Well, I guess I especially don't know very much about the Neo Geo Pocket catalog. In my head, I kind of think of Neo Geo as having a lot of very arcade-style games. I don't know if that impression is correct. But that's the impression I get from what... Oh my god. Metal Slug's on there. Okay, yeah. I thought that's what Metal Slug was for. I'm more of a Contra guy myself, but... God damn. You know, I feel like a better name for this level would have been Origami, but I don't know, it gets the point across. I don't even need the bananas anymore. They're not... Well, I guess they are giving me points, but they're not counting them. Use ink instead of a ball. How does that work? I can't even imagine that. Fall down. What a great name. I've played Brick Buster games that have had stories for some reason. It's always interesting how they try to give games like that a story. Oh, let's see what all I got. Ooh, Spiral Hard. First there was Spiral, and now there's Spiral Hard. It's the harder version. This is another one that actually in Super Monkey Ball 1 I find kind of difficult. Well, interesting. I guess I don't pay attention to morals when I play things. Yeah. Let's see, can I do it? Oh, I can do this. Yeah! Let's see, which one's... Ooh, sliders. This one's fun. Man, I really just be gravitating toward the Super Monkey Ball 1 levels. Oh, you were talking about experimental stuff earlier. That reminds me. I was thinking there's a backlog of games I've been wanting to stream. And, well, I guess it's not really so much a game, but it's, you know, loosely, I guess you could call it a game, as the Radiohead Kid Amnesia exhibition.
Ready?
Would be something cool to stream, I think. So I got that game, or if you want to, you know, if you want to call it a game, but I have not played it yet. Because I really like Radiohead, and it seemed cool. Prison School. Oh, I feel like I've heard of that. I'm not really a huge anime guy. I've heard of a lot of things, but I definitely do not have a mental map of it.
Ready?
Oh, but I bet some of my friends I know have probably seen it. Does it have a lot of, like, a ton of episodes? Is it like a one-piece deal, or is it manageable? I will look in just a... let me see. Huh, interesting.
Ready?
It's like season 1. Like it has... Oh, okay, I see. I think the only manga I've read was Blam, and I thought that one was pretty good. I mean, I guess read is pretty loose because there's not a whole lot of dialogue in it, but... a lot of adult themes. Well, I would imagine, based on the fact that it's centered around a prison. I probably have heard of that. Of High School DxD. I don't know for sure. Let's see. Totters. Tater tots. Bro, what the hell am I even doing? Oh my god. Not my starting platforms. They've ruined them. World 9. Okay, this is like my favorite world in the story mode. Ah, I see.
Ready?
Cereal. Well, we're gonna just...
Ready?
Man, first try. We're gonna do this on the first try. Ah! First try! Oh, I see. That's not my cup of tea, but I know a few people that find it entertaining. Not entertaining in the comedy entertaining. I just mean entertaining and captivating. That might be a better word. All right, time for. I like that. I like that purpley indigo color. I like that a lot for these pegs. Oh my god, can I please? Please.
Ready?
I want to see if I can get both of the banana bunches here. Okay. Oh, I did it. Huh. I might have to ask if some of my friends have watched that one then.
Ready?
I find it funny that they've kept this level was originally in an ice world. I find it interesting they kept the reflective floors. I mean, they really just ported the levels into Deluxe, into the Super Monkey Ball 2 engine, and just called it a day, it seems. Oh god, okay. Oh.
Ready?
This is another one which really is a huge pain in the ass when you're trying to do it in the challenge mode. Okay. Alright, the moment of...
Ready?
Well, I mean, who hasn't done that at least once? I mean, hey, some of the best ideas come from the showers, so I mean, it only makes sense. I'm actually pretty happy I can run this game now.
Ready?
That's the classic. That's the classic trope. I think they did that plot in George Lopez show once. It's classic. I looked away from the screen for half a frickin' femtosecond. I know, well, okay, I guess no one was watching when I was complaining about this game's controls, but I was quite extensively complaining about the controls in the Xbox version of this game, and it's not helping. It's not helping with some of these levels. Oh my god. I mean, I'm screwing up on these parts just because I'm not paying full attention. Keep glancing over at the chat because I don't have. I need to use a second monitor for this. That would be useful because a lot of the things I play, I can't have the chat on the same screen. And god damn it.
Ready?
Make it hard on well, no, that's okay. So this is Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, which this is the Xbox version, but it was released for the Xbox and PlayStation 2. And in all it is, if you already know this, I apologize for assuming you don't, but if you don't, it's just a compilation of Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 from the Gamecube, except the controls are just butchered. There's a huge dead zone in the middle of the analog stick. About the yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah. Well, also, I think there's maybe a 5-second delay from things that happen on my end to it actually being broadcast. I keep forgetting to turn that. Oh, I did it! Oh, well, no, it was more than 5 seconds ago. I don't know. But yeah, the analog stick, there's a huge dead zone, and you can't make very fine adjustments like you could on the GameCube versions. Which is a shame, because I really like Deluxe. I really do. Oh, I was right there. I will say, so I'm emulating this, because I don't have my Xbox with me.
Ready?
and I'm using a Switch Pro controller, which actually, it helps a little bit. It feels better than using the original Xbox controller. Oh! I actually did not get in the goal, but I don't care, I'll take it. I straight up did not make it in there. Let's be honest. Oh, this one's fun.
Ready?
I love space worlds in games. I mean, who does? Well, I guess some people probably don't, but I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. Which is... I'm so basic in that sense. Yeah, I didn't have too many consoles when I was growing up, but when I started once I had a little bit more money. I started getting old consoles. So I didn't grow up with like I would have mostly older consoles. I didn't have newer ones growing up. I think the only new-ish console I had was a Wii. Which is still something. Plenty of great games. I'm not complaining at all. But any other consoles I had around that time were older. So I had an original Xbox, which came out in 2001, but I got mine in 2010. Which is good because, you know, by that point, this is when a lot of those consoles were pretty cheap to come by, and the used game market hadn't inflated to as much as it has now, so getting some of those older consoles was a lot more tenable. And then I think I picked up a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2 at a garage sale. Yeah, I definitely can... I can definitely acknowledge that my use of emulation isn't the most moral. But I'm an advocate for it in terms of preservation. And I definitely do not... I definitely do not look down on people who emulate, because then I'd just be a hypocrite. You know, it's funny too. I was speaking of the Steam Deck, because my wife isn't like a huge gamer or anything. Granted, I'm not either. I'm very casual, especially now in my adult life, but I think her reason for not wanting to play games too often is because she gets really competitive about it, and she doesn't have like an intuition for how to use controllers, because she didn't grow up playing video games. So like you hand her a controller and she has to like think about where the buttons are, and she's like, how do you just know where the buttons are? And I'm like, years of practice. But she wants to play like Microsoft Flight Simulator and stuff, but she can't because she has a Mac. And I was like, well, you know, a Steam Deck would be a pretty good idea for you, because yeah, it's like pulling teeth to try to get my wife to play any video games with me. Most of the time I don't make her, but there are some that I think she'd enjoy. Like, I don't know if you've heard of Kirby's Dream Course. It's Kirby and mini golf. It's an amazing game for the Super Nintendo. I love it. And I've made her play that with me, and she likes that one. Not a lesser known franchise by any means, but I would say I'm also more of a normie, sort of, when it comes to playing games as well, honestly. You know, Mario, Monkey Ball, Earthbound. There are some lesser known things that I play, but like I have some streams on this channel of me playing this game called this game series called Wonderland,
Ready?
which is a puzzle game. Or a series of puzzle games, actually. Wait, I want to see if I can do the third one. I think that's probably one of the more obscure franchises that I play, but I also don't tend to play recent games, mostly because I never really... Well, I mean, recent PC games, let's say. Because I don't usually have the hardware for it, because, I don't know. I'm not a big AAA game kind of guy.
Ready?
So I never really need the full power of, you know, required to run those things. No, I was speaking of the Steam Deck again, though. Steam Deck is looking very tempting to me. I mean, I can't buy one right now because I spent a good chunk of money that I will get reimbursed, but I did spend a chunk of money on this laptop, my new laptop, because my old one is old. And I found out as a grad student I get paid less over the summer than I do during the semester, which is fun. Except it's actually really not fun. But a Steam Deck is real. Bro, I can't believe I just looked down at the chat and completely... Nah, let's do this. There we go. This is not a hard level, I'm just slacking off. Oh god. I swallowed the water the wrong way, I'm dying. I swear to god I do that like once a week. Which Kirby? I don't know, not every Kirby game. I will say, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, that game was such a pain in the ass to 100%. It took me years. Mostly because when I was a kid, I was just absolutely awful at video games. McDonald's Sprite. Oh god, the water. Coffee cup, where? I'm just looking at what levels there are. This one's fun. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was real difficult. I love that game, first of all. I like the idea of that open world Kirby game. It was real fun. But man, 100%ing it was hard. Uh-oh. And then Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I tried to, is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. I have that game. But I have this problem when I play video games that you can 100% where I will force myself to 100% the game or else I don't beat it, which is not healthy and not conducive to having fun.
Ready?
So there are a lot of games that I've put down because I just wouldn't let myself move on until I 100%ed the parts I'd done. I don't know what to think about Mario Rabbids Kingdom, honestly. I've never played it, but the concept of mixing Mario and Rabbids, I don't know what they were smoking when they came up with that, but hey, if it turned into a good game, I won't argue, I just find it humorous. God, my god, these are hard levels, what am I doing? Oh my god. I think I am actually adapting to this game's not so savory controls. I'm not struggling as much as I did back in the day when I would actually play this on the console. I mean, I have a Switch. But, well, then again, I guess I would have to buy the game. It's sort of like a battle strategy sort of game, right? That's kind of the genre. I guess, would strategy just imply it's some sort of battle game? I don't know what the genre, how specific that gets or not, but As long as you know what I mean, then we're good.
Ready?
It's humorous when you fly off the stage going extremely fast.
Ready?
Bro, okay, I swear I got tactics game. Okay, yeah. My memory served me well.
Ready?
Huh. I think the only sort of tactical sort of game I've played was StarCraft on the Nintendo 64. I probably should have played that game a little bit more. I didn't really play it for very long. Coffee cup. Yoshi's got a thick-ass ground pound. Well, you just convinced me. There we go. That's what I needed to hear.
Ready?
Say no more. Say no more. I will say, speaking of the Switch, man, I know I could emulate, but well, I guess I could see how well the emulation works for me compatibility-wise. But it'd be cool to stream some Switch games, because I've been wanting to do that, but I can't get my capture card. Well, I don't even have my capture card with me anymore, but back when I was trying, I could not get it to pick up the signal from the Switch. I don't know what was going on, but...
Ready?
Because playing the remake of Super Mario RPG, that I would love to stream, because not too long before they announced the remake for Super Mario RPG, I actually beat the original on the cartridge. I actually do one of the Super Nintendo games I actually own. Mario Odyssey, maybe. I don't know. I'm a little baby about Mario Odyssey. I don't think anyone actually agrees with me on this, but I feel like Mario Odyssey is too big.
Ready?
Now, granted, the counter argument, which I fully understand, is that like when I play Mario Odyssey, I play it like it's the same type of game as Mario 64, but it's not. So I'm like trying to do a 120-star run sort of deal in Odyssey, which has, 999 power moons. And it just overwhelms me. Yeah, I know it's a hot take. It seems like no one I've ever mentioned that to seems to agree with me. Well, and I understand that it's not a problem with the game. It's more of a problem with how I play games.
Ready? Ready?
Well, no, I'm talking about, like, most of it is fine. It's just after a while, there gets to a point where, I found like most of the moons, and then there's like a couple that I just cannot find, and I don't want to look up every single moon that I can't find. And so I just kind of am like, I'm overwhelmed because I feel like I'm never going to find these other moons unless I just like, because, I'll forget where I have and haven't gone, or maybe there's something I missed in this one area, but I don't think I missed anything, so I never go back. But then I start retracing all my steps, and I just can't find the moons I'm missing, or the purple coins.
Thanks for playing.
Which, I don't think the game was meant to be played exactly obsessively that way. I definitely understand the idea is just to encourage you to explore every little part, to find as much as you want to. Like I've gotten fairly decent. I'm gonna play some challenge mode. Actually, I'm still down to play some games here. Like I'm back when Yeah, it's more so it's like I think here's a less hot take that I think some people do agree with me on. Oh, I have an extra life. Is that, yeah, some of the moons are a little esoteric and kind of a waste of time. The majority of them are not. But there are some where it's like, you know, the number of...
Ready?
Yeah, exactly. The problem is, I'm a die-hard completionist, but I don't actually enjoy being a die-hard completionist. and so I like games where getting 100% is much more within my reach. Like, I really like Super Mario 64 and Galaxy because it feels more within my reach to 100% those games. And the solution is just don't make myself try to 100% it. I know I would enjoy Odyssey a lot more.
Ready?
And that's also why I like some games where the definition of 100% completion is very ambiguous. So, you know, there's a lot of RPGs where it's like, oh, technically there is a way you could define 100%ing Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, but it's not the same sort of deal. Because it involves things that aren't directly related to the game itself, you know, like collecting all the recipes or whatever. It's like, well, you don't need to do any of that at all throughout the entire game. I actually really like the movement in Mario Odyssey. I like all the combos and stuff. Not as much as the movement in Mario 64, but I definitely enjoy it more than Sunshine or Galaxy. One thing I really like, so a while back I streamed this, but I like now that there are decompilations of Mario 64. Oh wait, I can't retry, I'm in the challenge mode, what the hell am I doing? But I like that they've added the Odyssey moveset to Mario 64, because I streamed Super Mario Star Road, which is my favorite Mario 64 ROM hack. And having the Odyssey moveset, because my criticism of that ROM hack is there are some, especially toward the end of the game, some things where it's like they're requiring you to do stuff that's not well suited to the movement Mario has. But the Odyssey moveset completely fixes it. Though I don't use the cappy parts of the moveset, I turn that off. But I like games where the movement, you can string together combos like that, is what I'm getting at here. Well, to an extent. I am absolutely butchering this bonus stage. What the hell am I doing? Get it? These green laughing faces make me think of a green SpongeBob.
Ready?
It's definitely a hot take. I don't think it's as hot as my take, but I don't know how I feel about that, because I definitely wouldn't want to say that Mario 64 is just the best, because it has a lot of issues. I would say I enjoy Mario 64 more on average than Odyssey. But I don't know if I would say that Mario 64 is the best, because yeah, it does have some antiquated things with the movement, especially in combination with the camera. But I don't know, it's something about the way that game plays that speaks to me. I definitely think it's difficult to play. In my opinion, it's very difficult to place anything like that on an absolute scale, because there are definitely things that, like, depending on the type of game you like and your playing style, you may gravitate more toward Mario 64 because of its certain qualities. Like, for me, I gravitate toward it more than Odyssey because I like that it's a shorter game. But it's not super well optimized. The controls can be pretty stiff. I have no idea what you mean by that, but I don't know what you're talking about. Microchips? I don't know what that. Oh, I can't read. I don't know if I'd go that far. Okay, well. I definitely agree, though, that it is worthwhile to go outside of vanilla Mario 64. I would definitely agree with that. Like I said, I mean, one of my favorite experiences was playing Super Mario Star Road as a PC port with the Odyssey moveset. Like, that was one of my favorite sort of Mario 64 experiences. And it really made the game a lot more tolerable, because that's my main criticism with, it's a criticism with 64, but especially with Star Road, because some of the stuff they make you do is just so not well suited for how stiff Mario's movement can be in certain scenarios. Did I get all of them? I think so. Okay. I think what I'll probably do is play through the beginner mode, and I'll probably wrap it up for today. Beginner mode is long, so I'm still gonna be here for a little bit, but I am kind of happy that I got this working, though. It actually does not work as badly as I thought it would, because I know Xbox emulation has been pretty difficult. And also before, you know, my previous laptop couldn't handle it anyway. Neptunia. What is that? Which console is that for? Or, I guess, what platform? It may not be a console game, I don't know. How have I not heard of that? You know, maybe I have heard of it, but not enough to know, to have a picture in my head. Man, I gotta say one thing I do not like about Super Monkey Ball 2. Hot take, I don't like that they made the bonus stages, most of them, impossible to actually get a perfect on. This one is not one of them, but it is very difficult to get all the bananas. And I probably will not this time. Come on. Oh, I could do this.
3, 2, 1, 0.
I had one banana left. Oh my god, dude.
Ready?
Let me see. What genre is that? What platform and genre?
Ready? Go!
Okay, I see. I might check it out.
Ready?
I've been trying to finish Wonderland Adventures Mysteries of Fire Island, which is a game I had for a long time but never actually finished because it's extremely difficult. Okay, I almost got all of them. Yeah, I've been trying to finish that game. It's been a struggle, partially because before getting to this game I had played all the Wonderland games that came up to it. And so I've been playing a lot of Wonderland. And my bandwidth for solving the puzzles is completely, it's almost completely run out. Bro, my god, this isn't even a hard level. I bet, no, my... Twice in a row, man. 3 times the charm. That's totally what the phrase is.
Ready?
Okay, I probably could have made that, but I didn't want to die again. I want to make it to the extras.
Ready?
Man, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't want to do that. Then again, if I didn't go to... if I don't want to die, why'd I do that? Hold on just a second. I gotta look at something here. Okay, let's not do that. Yeah, the only thing with this emulation that the shadows are a little wonky, but I don't know. I can withstand it. Be nice if, I think I said this earlier in this exact same stream, but it'd be nice if there was still some more work in the modding community for Banana Mania, but it's enough to be satisfying for me, at least. But there are some things I notice here and there, because it feels to me like there's no perfect way to play Deluxe. There just isn't. I think the most perfect way is just to play Super Monkey Ball 1 and Super Monkey Ball 2. This is one of the worst levels. It's so boring, man. There we go.
Ready?
Scabrous. This is a new bonus stage, and it is actually possible to win. Yeah, a lot of the deluxe bonus stages, too, they're not possible to get perfects on.
Ready?
Okay. I don't know what it is about some of these levels, but I like trying to get all the bananas on them. Which is actually not as difficult with this controller as it is with the Xbox. You know, as if I hadn't said that a million times already, but I do notice I'm playing the game a little bit more naturally than I was when I was playing it on the actual Xbox.
Ready?
Okay, this is like the one level I've played that doesn't really run too well. I don't know what it is about this level, but it doesn't like to run too well.
Ready?
Okay, this was a mistake, maybe? Okay, okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere.
Ready? Ready?
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna do this. It's gonna work, and it's gonna be fantastic.
Ready?
Alright. Banana Bunch, yeah. Also, what a weird, bizarre name for a stage, Veer Field. I gotta say, that some of the names they had to come up with for the levels that were not already named are just so bizarre. I mean, I guess to be fair, I don't know what the hell I'd call that level if I had to name it something else, but... Ouch.
Ready?
There we go. Yeah, okay. I keep, like, after going from the story mode, I keep instinctively trying to restart the level, and I can't do it. Oh god, after I finish this stream, I probably should do some practice problems for my qual. Probably behind most of everyone else on that at this... Well, no, not everyone.
Ready?
Okay. Yeah, that was my own fault. Hot take, I actually kind of prefer the ice music in this space world, which is what this is, because Deluxe switched it. There was a different music in this world in Super Monkey Ball 1, but I think the ice music fits it a little bit better. That's just me. That's a hot take, but I'm not the only one who thinks that. There we go.
Ready?
There we go.
Ready?
I butchered that. Whatever.
Ready?
I almost completely blew that one off.
Ready?
Well, I've got lives I can try. No.
Ready?
I got a couple lives. Let's try it. Damn. Okay, I'm done trying to do that. Okay, that actually, what I was just doing right there, that's another reason that you gotta play Banana Mania with the accurate controls. I cannot stand not being able to run into the walls at the beginning of the Super Monkey Ball 2 levels to gain speed. There is no Super Monkey Ball 2 without doing this for me. It's too fun. And you can't do it in... I mean, you can do it in Banana Mania, like the vanilla game, but it doesn't really give you speed. It actually slows you down. But with the accurate controls, I think it does speed you up again.
Ready?
I think I will skip the next stage because it's not good. Oh god.
Ready?
There we go.
Ready? Go!
Yeah, that's how you can tell when I'm getting done, like, streaming and I want to do something else, is I'll stop talking.
Ready?
I usually stop talking when I'm like, okay, I'm done with this, but I want to get through beginner. It was especially that way toward the end when I was playing Journey to the Center of the Brain. I was like, man, I'm so done, but I'm so close to the end of the game, I have to finish it. I'll try this once and see if I can do it. Oh my god, I actually did it.
Ready?
That was a lot easier than on the Xbox. Oh no. Okay, we're good.
Ready? Go!
It's gonna be this one.
Ready?
Oh, something that would be kind of cool to play on stream if I could stream Switch games is Banana Rumble, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. Of course, whenever I feel like it, because I don't always feel like playing Super Monkey Ball, but that's the thing, when I'm streaming, it's got to be a game I feel like playing. And since I am not and do not plan to become actually a full-time streamer and actually do it as any sort of career any more than just a basic hobby. Alright. I can afford to just be like, yeah, I don't want to stream that game, so I'm not going to. Okay, well,
Ready?
guess we'll just go forward then.
Ready?
Ouch. Ah.
Ready?
Yep, game was struggling there for just a half a second. Oh, okay, yeah, it just doesn't like this level. Oh my god. Oh well. All right.
Thanks for playing.
Well, let me see how many monkeys I got now. How many monkeys are jumping on the bed?
Beginner. Game settings.
Oh. Okay. Well, I had a lot of fun being able to play this game. The kind of maybe best version. You know, after not being able to play this for so long because I don't have an Xbox on me and I don't really like the way it feels to play it on the Xbox, and the PlayStation 2 version sucks, but yeah, you know. Thank y'all who have been watching, and who knows, next weekend I might stream something else. So stay tuned if you're interested. We'll see what I stream. I just kind of pick the game at random, whatever I feel like playing, so we'll see. But take care, y'all, and I will see you maybe next week.